Hey guys, I just wanted to bring you up to date on the latest newsletter drop that I had. What I'm talking about in it is buy now or rent longer. I'll go over a few points in each video. There's basically 5 questions that you need to answer yourself in order to determine whether or not you think that buying now versus renting longer works for you. As you all know, during the last couple years, we had that lovely time where house prices were going up like crazy and we had low interest rates. So in Canada, we have a shortage of housing, especially in Ontario, because this is the area that a lot of the immigration is happening and people are relocating to where the jobs are. So we have a shortage of housing. So combine that with the pandemic and all the money being handed out by the federal government, and we're in this perfect trifecta right now where the government has to step back in order to put a hold on the inflation, they'll raise interest rates because that's the only tool that they have to use in order to combat inflation. So consequently, what we're seeing is house prices are dropping in areas that are, I will say, like B grade, C grade, D grade neighborhoods. The A plus neighborhoods, the house prices are still remaining tight, which is good. People that have done the work in their homes, the proper renovations, and done the proper upgrades, they're still maintaining their value. But what I am seeing is a significant price drop in areas of homes that are priced accordingly now and gives you the opportunity to do the work or not for basically the appreciation in your home. So here's a few questions. I'm just gonna start with 2 today to go over them essentially so you have a full scope of what I'm talking about. Number 1, how long do you plan on staying in the home? If you're looking at this to get into buy a property and stay for 2 years, then now might not be the right time to buy. If you're looking from 3 to 5, then perhaps now would be a better time to buy because you can get a killer deal. Your price will still be the same for your mortgage payment as if you were to have purchased in February and you're buying into a B grade neighborhood or less. And B grade I just want to add, does not mean that it's a bad neighborhood at all. It just means that you're not buying, where all the rich people live. Anyhow, so you can still get beautiful homes in areas that are gentrifying. Work with an agent that knows the neighborhoods of the city that you're working in. That's super important because they're the ones that will tell you what's up and coming, because like myself, I'm from Kitchener-Waterloo. I've lived in Hamilton for 4 years. I spend a lot of time in Niagara. So those are my 3 areas that I know like the back of my hand, and I can tell you what's going on. So work with an agent in your designated area that knows the area and ask lots of questions, and they should offer the information to you as well. So how long do you plan on staying in the home? If it's 3 years and up, then yeah, maybe now is really a good time to buy for you. I would definitely talk to a mortgage broker. One of the things that I'll suggest, this is on my opinion, this is just personal, you might not want to lock in a mortgage for 5 years, because if interest rates keep going up, or if they keep going up for another year, if you don't lock in, you'll have the opportunity to, like if you have maybe lock in for a year because you want security, and then go to a variable mortgage or whatever, lock in at a new price, because what goes up must come down or level out even for a while. So how long do you plan on staying in the home? The housing markets do shift as we've seen from year to year. Real estate is a long game, so you will always see your most appreciation. Take the last 2.5 years out of the equation. You'll see your most appreciation occur between 5 to 10 years. So if you are planning on living in an area or a community for that length of time, then now might be a really good time to buy, because renting, this is one of the things that we're seeing with the rental market right now. Because the house prices have gone up, because people are afraid to purchase right now, we're also seeing rents go up. So you could lock in your mortgage right now and you know what your payment is, but you can't necessarily know what's going to happen in the rental market. We're seeing lots of fluctuating. We've seen lots of rents go up. People that are putting new properties into the rental pools, the rental averages are quite high in the Hamilton area, Kitchener-Waterloo. So do know that. So you need to basically make the decision based on how long do you think that you are going to stay in that house. Look at the life of your mortgage, know what your payments are going to be, and sort of look at it, combine those all together. So you'll see the equity and the appreciation increase in your property to determine whether or not it's going to be worth it. If you're looking for a short-term investment, that's flipping and speculation. That's a totally different thing. So my second talking point today will be, is it better value to buy or rent in the neighborhood that you're in? So if you know you're going to stay there for 5 years, great. Know what your neighborhood's price to rent ratio is. So what you do to calculate that, or what we do to calculate that, is you take the average sale price of a home in a neighborhood specifically, because in Hamilton, for example, things are different in different neighborhoods, and you divide that by the median yearly rent price. So you add that all up. The higher the price to rent ratio is, the more expensive it is to buy compared to the lower. Keep in mind that this is only a snapshot. Don't just use that to determine whether or not you should buy versus rent, because it is literally just one of the things in an investor's toolkit that they will look at to make the assessment as to whether or not they want to buy or purchase a property. So a homeowner who purchased an average price home, these are all very standardized numbers, in Canada 10 years ago would have gained roughly $285,000 in equity. So unless your job is investing, I don't know too many people personally that gain that kind of money in their investments. So do keep that in mind, that on average you will see and maintain a steady growth in appreciation for your property. This is not something that's going to happen with rentals. My opinion, and always has been, is real estate is what makes you money. Unless you're in the stock market and you know how to play the stock market and you know how to invest in that. Real estate is definitely something, especially in Canada, that slow and steady wins the race. So do know that. Even if renting seems like it's cheap today, in the long run, you're going to be, in my opinion, better off financially just from the sheer appreciation value alone of where your house will go up to. So if you want a consultation for your area, I'd love to help you out. If you're in a different area, I have lots of agents that are all over Ontario that I would happily refer you to, that are all fabulous to work with. So that's all. Ciao for now. And I hope you enjoyed this little tip of my newsletter in case you don't get it, which you should, because it's really good and you'll learn things. And that's what's important. Ciao for now. Love y'all. Bye-bye.